Hello, Sue. Hi. Hello, everyone. This is Sherry. My name's Sherry, and this is Practical Stitches, and we are live. So, I notice there's a lot of new subscribers on my channel. So, thank you and welcome. Um, I am downstairs. I have been upstairs with black background for quite a while. 6 months actually. Anyway, I'm back downstairs and it's been a very busy week. I'm trying to get ready for a quilt show. And yeah, so I've been busy and I've been back to work this week. So I started back to work on Tuesday because my doctor said, "You're going back to work." So I'm still using a cane, which is right over here. And this is the denim for my coat, all ready to cut out. So I think I'm gonna sit and chat with you and try not and wiggle the camera too much. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. So now I look really tiny and far away. Um, yeah. So I've been. I actually discovered these pens kind of by accident. I have a piece of paper that I can scribble on. So these are called, you guys probably already know about them, Uniball erasable gel pens. Now this is a friction pen, and this is, doesn't have very big writing on it, so it's called a Uniball, and this is an eraser. So I shall write on this. Be nice if I could show you. Oh, they're not very thick. And then you can erase it. Anyway, my point is they erase with an iron. And I've been using them. I just bought them at a Staples, a business place. And they're $3.19. So that's Canadian dollars. So they're probably $1.99 in the States. But this is a friction. Yeah, they're almost exactly the same as a friction pen. This orange one, and this costs $6. Anyway, I was pretty excited that those work, and I've used it on white and stuff, and I haven't had any problems yet, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I won't. Hello, Farah. Edna is here. She remembered. She gets notifications and then she ignores them. Welcome, Edna. Yes. So I have a quilt show next weekend. So last weekend, I cut up this fleece and I labeled it. And I also got, because people like to make those blankets, and I cut this fleece up and have it all rolled up. I look professional. I got my quilt bat all cut up. And the next thing, so I'm going to take this stuff and I have the bat all cut up. So now I have this toweling, and I was going to roll it like this and put brown paper around it. It's, I have it right here. So it's just short and hemmed. I've shown it on the channel before. It's a cotton linen blend. So you can embroider it, use it for chasico or applique, or I'm sure you could put Cricut stuff on here or dye it. But that's what it is. It's already hemmed and it's tea toweling. So I'm wondering if I should do it this way or this way. Probably should fold it better. Make it fit the bag. What do you guys think? Sarah's saying hello to everyone. And Sue is saying hello. So I don't know. Maybe I should fold it like that. No. Anyway. So if I seem a little stressed, it's because I am. I have quite a bit done to get ready for the show, but so yeah, should I do it like that or like that? Which looks better? Neither way. I was just told that I should have stuff pre-cut to go to the show. So, oh, I'm sitting on my phone. So, it's been a rough week. I went to the doctor on Monday and he said go back to work. So I did. So my hip is saying I don't like it. Because I have to climb 76 stairs to go to work. So that takes a minute. And yeah, so kind of wore out because that's a lot of stairs for my brand new hip. Anyway, and I still have to use the cane to walk around. So, which is right here, dragging it everywhere. Sue says she likes it rolled up. Yeah, like I'll have it in a basket or something. Because then I can feel it and know that it's, now I have it upside down. Sue likes it rolled up. Yeah, I think it's, because you can't feel it when it's in the bag. This is nice. I think I cut a piece of it off for me to try and do some chasico. I'm not saying that right, I know. Chasico. Exactly right, Sherry. Yeah. So you can feel it. So I think I will just roll it up. And I have some waffle tea toweling that's white. Because you can embroider it or... So yeah, I think I'll just do a few of these and bring them, and some 1 meter cuts of some of my cottons. And I think, and I'll bring my yellow quilt that I made. So yes. What was I gonna, Yeah, I was excited about the pens because I went to, I'm trying to think of another word than a brand name, uh, business office supply store. That was awful hard to get out. So I grabbed a couple more of those pens because I've been using one. I really like it to mark on stuff. And now so half my stuff is upstairs and my stuff is downstairs. So I don't know. Are you guys surprised that I'm down here? So Farah, what have you been working on? We Everybody likes to sometimes share and tell what they're working on. I know Sue is probably gardening, and that's something that I am not doing this year because of recovering from hip surgery, which was 6 months ago. So I'm just going to move the camera down because I feel like you guys are on the ceiling. Oh, and there's a little better. I feel like I'm really far away. This chair is really low, I think. Izzy had the other quilt. Sue, did you do that quilt block? I know. I think Linda is too. Me, Linda, and Sue are following along in Izzy's quilt as you go along, and I haven't done mine yet, but it's a really good one. It looks like an easy one, but it's really pretty. What's it called? The Churn Dash Square. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Farah says she is a beginner and would really like to try her hands in quilting. What would you recommend? Well, I would recommend Izzy's Quilt Along. So it's Dizzy Quilt and Sews is the name of her channel. And she's on block number 7, and there's only 9. But I mean, you can just pick a couple and try them, and she does a really good job in showing you how to do it, and it's quilt as you go. So you just do a quilt block a month, but you can just try one, and I would do that for sure, Farah. You should check it out. I can always type it in the chat. Now you guys get to watch me type again. I know you love it. Hopefully I am actually typing words. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not typing anything anywhere. You can tell that I'm tired. Sorry, guys. All right. There, I just put it in the comments. So, Farah, sometimes when you say things, you can't picture how they're spelled. So check out that YouTube channel, Farah, because that's her last one. It looks like a fairly easy one. They're big blocks, so, and you can just use scraps. Sue says, I'm very surprised that you are back to work so soon, especially with those steps. You are no more surprised than I was. Because I brought all my paperwork because I would have had to apply for something else. if I was going to be off work any longer. And anyway, the doctor, he just looked at me and he said, "You need to push." And I thought, I hope nobody pushes me down the stairs. So he thinks that would be good exercise for my hip. But that was just my regular doctor, and I see the surgeon. Now, I wouldn't say my hip is any more sore. It definitely tires me out. It does get, my thigh is starting to hurt, like here, where they, because I had a full hip replacement. So I don't know. Anyway, I am back to work, so, and I made it the full days the rest of the week, so. Um, Sue says she has been working on her rose fabric. She got the bodice and had to quit for the week. No, I haven't done it yet. Oh, she hasn't done that new block. That looks like a fun block. I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm pretty sure it's called Churn Dash. They always have so many names. But I like that one because you can also do that block as one big quilt instead of just a block. Anyway, it's pretty. Christine, you made it. Hello. I hope you didn't have to work late tonight. Sue says I would recommend to start with little scraps and just sew them together. Yes, you can do that as well. Like they call it a 9-patch. Any size blocks, as long as they're all the same size, and you can sew them in 9s. I've done that on here. Well, actually, that's what this is. It's just turned sideways. You just got to turn it the other way. So this is probably, well, look, we have a ruler right here. Those are 3-inch blocks. Now they're 2.5, but 3-inch blocks, and they don't even have to match, just to practice your 1/4-inch seams. And you just sew 2 together, and then you sew the other one and in strips. So there. Sue always has the best advice. She should have the YouTube channel. Sue says, in any way you like, that gives you practice for the 1/4-inch seam allowance. Exactly. Because keeping all your seam allowances the same is pretty much the only secret to keep everything the same size. And you're cutting, making sure that you cut stuff. Yeah. So I hope that helps you, Farah. Sue says hello, and Christine's saying hello, everyone. And what are you saying you didn't know, Christine? Oh, you didn't have to work. Okay, you didn't have to work late. And we're glad that you weren't driving like a maniac. And this says hello, and she's not doing much these days, hoping her foot feels better soon so she can stay on her feet longer. She went grocery shopping yesterday, so she is crippled up for the day. And Sue says that she is sorry and hopes Edna feels better soon. Yes, I hope that she does. It was very muggy today, so I don't think the lighting is ever as good down here. I think Christine was saying how the lighting is better upstairs, so don't know. I have a ring light on and I have all kinds of other lights, but yeah. See my big mess behind me. Oh, yeah, and here comes Remy. So here, you don't have to sit right in front. She just got her flea stuff dumped on her. I'm surprised she's coming down here. She's gonna walk all over everything. Yes. Cats. Oh dear. So, the Great British Sewing Bee. What were we? They were cutting up tablecloths and making some very pretty shirts. But another thing that you can do if you don't want to cut up a vintage tablecloth, because I don't think I have one that I don't use that I could cut up. I don't think I do. Anyway, you can buy very pretty eyelets that have the scalloped edge on them. And you could do the same thing with that if you can't find like vintage linens or embroidered tablecloths. You can buy embroidered um, words. Uh, what do you got on you? Um, words. Border anglaise, I guess, but you can buy embroidered eyelet as well that has different colors on it. Um, I actually have one down here. Is it? I don't think it's in the vicinity. And I've been saving it to make a dress, but I haven't found the right dra- dress pattern, is the problem. And I do have my dress cut out because I want to wear a dress to the quilt show that I'm going to. I just have a table set up. I am not going as a quilt exhibitor or anything, so I don't want to give you guys the wrong idea. So it sounds like I'm I'm going to sell fabric. I am bringing a quilt, and I do have the other one that has been hanging up and I've been working on for years, um, which was 2 by 3.5 inch rectangles. I'm thinking about Farah. That's you just sew them together. Anyway, it's way over there, so I can't. Anyway, I've shown it in other videos. That's easy to practice your 1/4 inch seams, and you just sew two together, and then it's a block. Um, okay. eBay and Etsy have some beautiful ones. Oh, vintage tablecloths. Oh, nice. That's good to know, Sue. Sue says, I hope you're going to put a big price tag on that yellow quilt. Well, you know what? I looked up. You all know who Laura from So Very Easy is. She has a website and she has some quilts. And she had a quilt that was smaller than the one that I did, not by lot, because it's not a full size quilt. It's like a lap quilt. I think it's like 47 by 62, which isn't quite a single, I don't think. I'm trying to see. Yeah, it's like a big crib quilt, I guess, size wise. And I'm calling it a lap quilt. And hers was $174, which is not very much. So I don't know if I'm actually going to sell it or not. But I'm going to bring it because I have the quilt backing. I can sell that, and the quilt that I used that I'm selling is in the quilt as well. So we'll see. Yeah, it's going to be hard to ask for enough money to actually get paid for it because I wouldn't say that I am an experienced quilter. I've made obviously blocks and stuff, but I haven't made a ton of quilts to say. Like, I don't pump one out a week. Like, some people make one a day or something. I don't know how they do that, but yeah. I know. I was really surprised that that's what she had on it. Now, a lot of that stuff maybe was given to her, but still, I don't know why it's priced like that. It's probably a sample quilt she made, but yeah, it was only, and that's in Canadian dollars because she's Canadian. Um, Sue says that's not enough for any quilt. You need to price it at least 300 for it. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that it would have to be more. Because it probably took me, if you add it into hours, it probably took me a solid week to make it, like over a period of time. Um, Sue says quilts here in the US are very expensive. Um, Edna says put a high price. Yes, I know there's a lot of Americans that come here to buy quilts. I always thought it was because of the exchange rate, because the Canadian dollar is always lower compared to the American dollar, or to any, because in sterling, like a British pound is like two something. I think it's two and a quarter compared to a dollar Canadian, I think. And it says put a high price on it to start with. You can always mark it down. Yeah, I think I'll just wait until I see what, because I don't want to make anyone angry. Because you're going to go there, there's going to be a lot of quilts for sale. So if somebody asks me a price, I don't think I'll put it on it. I'll just put the size on it, and I'll just wait and see what their prices are, and before I, but I'll probably be in the 250 $300 mark because the quilt did turn out really nice. It's pretty quilt. It's definitely worth it. I put a lot of work into it, and it's nice and square, and the binding turned out really well. So there's nothing wrong with it. Sue says, right, Edna? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really think that I was going to be. I'm mostly bringing it because I'm going to a quilt show. It'd be nice to have a quilt, and I thought I'd make a nice backdrop. I'm hoping to bring my scrappy one that I made, but I haven't had a chance to sew. I didn't know I was going back to work this week. I thought I'd be off at least until the end of the month, but no. So, which is good because it would be nice. I haven't had a real paycheck for 6 months. So it'd be nice to get caught up again because you fall behind. Um, Sue says 60 inches is 5 feet, so it would be worth it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like, I know I wrote it down. I hope I did. Well, I can measure it again. I think it's 47 by 62 and a half inches, something like that, to be exact. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it's 47 by, what did I say? Did I say 42? Or, I think it's 47 by 62, I think. So, yeah. 62. Yeah, I thought it would make a nice lap quilt because I don't know. I thought if I made something smaller, it would be easier to handle. And I know my aunt really likes the one that I made for her, and I think it was a tiny bit smaller in size, that red one that I made. She really likes it, so good for naps on the couch. Exactly. Yep, that's what I thought. It's good for somebody who's to throw over your lap or have a nap on or what, throw it over the back of the couch, I guess. So, yes, so that is where my brain is this week. I am going to be cutting up some fab. I'm not going to cut up a lot because then if I don't sell it, I'm going to be stuck with all these cuts. So, this is cut 1.5 meters. So, you would get 2 tea towels out of this. So this is 20 inches wide. And then if you measure out 28 inches and put a small hem in it on the ends, then you can embroider it or dye it or paint it or do whatever you want. And it is a linen cotton, or I should say cotton linen. It is very nice. And it's like a natural color, so I think it would dye really nice. So hopefully that will be interest to some people. So I'm not going to cut up everything. I'll just cut up a little bit of everything. Because I have a lot of quilting cottons that I could do some 1 meter cuts on and see what happens. Yes. Well, even hand embroidery is very popular. So yeah, it has a nice weight to it. It's not like really thin. And I think like you could kind of jam this right in the camera. It would embroider quite nicely. Like hand embroidery or machine embroidery or applique or paint it, dye it, or you could do all those things to it. Anyway, it'd be fun to play with. So, yes. So I have those things. So I need to make my dress and get the little bit of fabric left that I did all the big stuff last weekend. So I just have the toweling and some cottons, and then I got to make sure everything's tagged and I got to bag it. But I can do that part during the week. So this weekend I will be doing that, making my dress, which is all cut out, and which I already told you. I repeat myself a lot. And I found this abandoned project all cut out. So look, there's even pins in it. Oh, I'm so bad. that's why I don't like cutting out a lot of things ahead of time. And then, so it's this. I did make this before, but I think I cut out a different version. Anyway, it's gauze. So that will be good to wear to work because it's quite warm at work. On the 4th floor. And I'm excited about doing my jean jacket. Now my other jacket, my sister heard that I ordered buttons and they were too big. So she went to a store and had all kinds of buttons. So she took pictures of buttons and sent them to me and said, what about these ones? What about these ones? Anyway, so she sent them to me in the mail. And because I've gone back to work, I can't go get them. So they're at the mail. They're at the post office, and I can't get them because the post office is closed when I get off work and before I go. So it's because I live in a rural area, so my mail gets delivered to me. But for some reason, they won't deliver that little tiny parcel. Which will fit in my mailbox. So I wrote them a note and said, I can't go get it. So any of you that have sent me stuff know that I have a P.O. box, but my sister doesn't know that address, so I never even thought to give it to her, and because it's open later, so I have buttons for my coat, but I can't go get them. The foolish things that happen. Anyway, and she paid extra money so it would get here quickly. And she might as well handed it to somebody who was hitchhiking this way. So I don't know when I'm going to get those buttons. Sue says, I'm going to put the skirt and sleeves on my rose dress and I will do the quilt block, hopefully. Yes, I got to also make that quilt block. We'll see how well, because I know that I'm tired from my week at work. So, because I'm not used to it, because this is my first week back to work. And, yeah. So Sue, did you tell us what pattern you were making for your rose dress? I don't think you did. Sue says, oh my goodness. What's your rose dress like, Sue? I know, I can't. I don't think you told us what you were. You said you had this pretty rose fabric. It's the Tempo by Love Notions with sleeves. Uh-huh. I'm looking it up, people. You're going to watch me type again, which is probably so boring. I think I know what it looks like, but we're going to share it with everyone. Oh, it is a sundress. It's very pretty. Ooh. But it has sleeves. Is there... Are they just going to be flutter sleeves? Let's see if I can blow this baby up. All right. This is the dress that Sue is making. Um, Hopefully everybody can see that and it's not glaring too bad. It's going to be pretty. Oh, what was I going to say? It does. It has shearing in the back. Edna says, can you not ask the post office to put it in your P.O. box? It's a different post office. I would probably have to pay postage for them to send it to, it's a completely different post office, which is why I did that, because my post office is never open. I think they're open 8:30 in the morning till noon, and then they're open 1:30 to 2:30. That's it. Okay, I'm losing. Um, Sue says the owner made a sleeve pattern to go on it. I think I seen that somewhere. I know what you're saying, Sue. I think I seen that recently somewhere. Um, it's gonna be pretty. I hope you post it on Instagram and show us. And Bronwyn said she couldn't be here this week, and I hope a lot of you went to and seen her on Instagram, because she posted all her dresses. Well, not all of them. She had them all laid out, and she took a picture, and I sent her more labels. I think she's going to go over the, I don't want to say because I don't want to stress her out, but holy dresses. Um, Christine says, is your fabric white with roses or is it rose colored? And Sue can read my mind, says, yes, just flutter sleeves. That's what I was trying to think of. That's going to be pretty. And Sue is going to put stretchy fabric instead of the shearing. I knew what you meant, Sue. It was the Feature Friday pattern last week. I will post it. Oh, good. We're excited because I will be keeping my eyes peeled for that. Edna says, oh, okay, that is too bad. Yeah, that's why I got a P.O. box at a different post office so I could actually get my mail. And I wasn't thinking, because buttons are small, they fit in the mailbox. Why they won't? Maybe they. I wrote them a note and said there is no way I can pick it up. So hopefully they'll put it in. I do know the woman that runs the post office, but anyway, hopefully I will get them before fall. Sue says it's white with roses. Oh, there's a little heart here that covers everything. It's white with roses, but more that I look at it, I think they are peonies. Well, when we see the picture, we'll all know what kind of flowers they are. So, yes. So, Christine, what are you working on? Farah's going to try and do some quilting. I hope that we helped her a little bit. Or making a quilt block, anyway. Ta-ta-ta. My sister is sending me messages. So hi sis. She doesn't watch my lives. Because she's busy. They look too messy for roses. Well, it sounds really pretty, and it's going to be really pretty in the tempo dress. So I don't know if any of you get a chance to watch the made to measure that they did on the Great British Sewing Bee. We're making wide leg pants, and I mean wide leg pants. Now, you guys seen the video that I just put up with those pants from hell that I made that had all these problems. And really, if I was just making them at home without a channel, I probably wouldn't have been that bad. But yeah, that video's not getting a lot of views because the whole outfit didn't look good on me, I didn't think. And you guys were also very kind with your comments. Pants are very comfortable, but they don't do anything for me. And I cannot, I wore them once and they were really comfortable, but I cannot stand the legs are just way too wide. And I already took them in, so I don't know how much more I can take them in. Yeah. So anyway, they look amazing on the models. I just don't feel and I wore them when I was younger and I didn't mind them because it's kind of like wearing a dress, but they're pants. Anyway, I'm just not, I just don't enjoy wearing them. I just feel like I'm knocking everything over. But they did a great job. They looked amazing. They turned out really well. Um, they were all pleated, like a lot of pleats, and they were just huge, giant pants, trousers, I guess maybe you should call them. Okay, Christine says I finished my daughter's project bag for crocheting, and I finished one dress for Dress a Girl. Oh, you already got it made. But I cut out 3, so I have 2 more to sew. Well, do you need more labels, Christine? I don't have a ton of labels, and I heard that the website is because I've other people have been asking me for labels, and I'm gonna have to soon order some more. So I have Project Dress a Girl labels that Mari sent me. They're tiny though. They're really small, but they're perfect and they work. So I can send you some, Christine, if you need some more. So Christine is making Dress a Girl dresses. That's awesome. And Bronwyn's going to have everybody inspired because she's gone crazy with her dresses. Um, Sue said she should have put those buttons in an envelope. Well, what? I need 13 buttons for that jacket. And I think there was 4 buttons on a package. No, maybe there was only 3. So I told her I needed 5. She said there's only 6, and she said I just got them all. So she sent me more than what I needed. She said one might get broken in the mail. uh, yeah, Christine, you are always so busy. She is. Oh, Christine does need labels. She needs 3. Okay. And Christine says, thank you, Sue. Sue says, Bronwyn has already beaten us all. I know. Bronwyn, I need to make her a trophy or something because it's just amazing how many dresses that she makes. It's just out of this world. Yes, they're. I think she's over 30 now. Well over 30. So, yeah. Yeah, I sent her more labels this week. And Christine needs two. I should write that down. That's what you said, wasn't it? I'm looking now. Oh, you need three. I'm writing it down. Because, see, I've already forgotten and we're 30 seconds in. I said two. I'll probably send you five. I usually add a couple extra in. Just in case. Because September is a ways away. Sue says, I would love to be a fly on the wall in her sewing room. I think what she does is she batch cuts a whole bunch of stuff and then she'll sit and sew for an afternoon or something, I think is her system, from what she has told us, which is a good system. But I can't do that because, as you can see, yeah, that's what happens. Seasons change and then I don't want to sew it anymore. Yeah, can't do that. Edna says, me too. She probably would play me out watching her. Yep. Bronwyn is amazing because she'll probably watch us later. Um, so, yes, she probably didn't get her labels yet because I just mailed them this week. So, she'll probably get them next week. So, Bronwyn, if you're watching, I did mail your labels. Sue says, yes, I think you're right. I can't. The foolish heart is in the way. I can't see. Yes, I get bored quickly. Yeah. See, if I do a mask out of something, I like to. I think I like sewing upstairs because the light is better and I know I have a project down here. It can get buried really easy because this room is too big. And people are probably saying, oh, she is too big. Well, I just have, it's just a bigger area to make a mess. And upstairs, I try and keep it neat, which is not, but I suppose it depends on how you view your projects, I suppose. I always have more than one project. It's just if I cut out a dozen dresses for Dress a Girl or more, I would get bored of selling them likely. So, and I haven't made any so far. But I'm busy trying to organize it, is what I tell myself with doing things. Anyway, yeah. Which I have quite a bit to do for that actually. So I will start that in July. I probably should be. I did some of it already, but there's more I have to do in July to get ready. So, yes, that's something else. I haven't been doing a lot with my business, so I think the emails. I think after the quilt show, I'll see how things go, and then I hopefully will start doing my newsletter So if you are interested and you're not signed up for it, you can do that. Um, I'll start that up again. I probably should have been doing it anyway, but I don't know. I was concentrating on getting through this surgery time, so can't do everything. So now that I'm back to work, I got myself all, now I gotta do everything. Oh dear. So that's what I have planned for this weekend. It's getting ready for the quilt show, and which is just, I'm just gonna be there one day on Saturday. So which there will be no live next week. I know you guys are gonna hate me, but yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do the live next week because I'm gonna have to get some sleep. By the time I get the car packed and ready to go, yeah. Um, yes, Sue agrees with the, if she did a big mass cut, she would get bored too quickly. Yeah. I'm I'm enjoying having like one or two projects cut and ready to go. So if I get trouble like with those pants, I set them aside, did something else, and went back to them, and I can do that. But yeah, I'm not 100% if Bronwyn does that, but I think she does cut quite a few things out and then she works on them. Bronwyn inspired me to get at it, and my dresses are bright and colorful, and I'm happy with them. It feels awesome to sew the little girl something nice. I am truly enjoying it. Oh, Christine, that's awesome. Yes, Bronwyn inspires us all for sure. Because, yeah, she blew me away last year, and she's already beaten her. Uh, I think she did 21 dresses last year. Yeah, and she's already over 30 for sure. Um, Sue says you're absolutely right about that, Christine. Yes. Yep, absolutely. I have been looking for fabric for Dress a Girl so I could have a special, and my wholesaler has nothing. Absolutely nothing. I have been looking for, um, well, really, I'm looking for wax print basically, but in cotton, like really colorful, bright, um, and I don't have anything. Everything is dull and ditzy prints, which there's nothing wrong with that, and they're still pretty. But they don't have any bright colors. So I'm looking on their website all the time, and I haven't found anything yet. Because I would like to have something special to show off for Dress a Girl. So yeah, so that is, hopefully I find something that will be amazing. Yes, I'm trying to think. I had a whole bunch of stuff I was going to tell you guys about, and I'm I'm dying of thirst. Oh, nice and cold water. So, yes, it's going to be a busy week. I also have to learn how to use a little square reader. I had bought it quite a while ago, but I've never hooked it up because I wanted to make sure I had the newest version. So I got to do that this weekend as well. So I have to fight with technology. hopefully it is easy to use and doesn't take me too long to figure it out for the show. And hopefully it's successful so I can get some good dress-a-girl fabric for my shop, because I haven't ordered any fabric for a long time. I've been wanting to order gauze and can you tell that I'm tired because I can't speak? Oh, what's the word? Oh, I forget. I have a list. Every time I go on the website, I'm looking at all the stuff. I wanted to order some gauze and some border anglaise. I have some nice crocheted lace that I would like to order. But if I wait too long, then they no longer have it. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I can get some good fabric for Dress-A-Girl, which I'm going to have to make my dresses soon so I can film something and get Luba tracked down and get everything ready to roll. Because the summer goes by very quickly. Yeah, so I got a lot of stuff that I have to do with that. Oh, wow. We are over an hour. It sounds like I hope Farah makes out well with her quilt blocks or practicing her quilting. Sue says the summer drags on and on here. I find it flies by. We Anyway. But it's nice and cool down here. So when it gets too hot, I have no excuse that it's too hot to sew because I can come down here. It's nice and cool. But yes. Oh my gosh, I ever see it? Oh, I don't. My brain just went blank again. Oh, it happens way too often. So there's a lot on the go, and hopefully I'll get some footage of the quilt show. And I won't be live next week. I am really sorry. So hopefully I'll have some shorts out to show you the quilt show, like any of the quilts. Hopefully they'll let me film them. I don't see why they wouldn't. If they're at a quilt show, that might be fun. So hopefully I'll have some stuff like that out so you can see that. And hopefully I'll have my dress made that you guys voted on. That will be dress A. That is all cut out, ready to roll. And yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to say good night to everyone. I hope you have a great weekend. And I hope you get inspired and get to spend some time in your sewing room. So take care, have a great weekend, and good night.